going on, guys? Welcome back to Out and About Australia. So in this one we're going to something a little bit different, but this is going to be a bit of an introduction and a little bit of a walkthrough, I guess, of this big rig, the new caravan. Now, rather than take up like half an hour of your time watching a whole big rundown and walkthrough of the caravan, I thought today we'll just run through the interior. So jump in here, have a look at the van and see what you reckon. I figure we'll start up the front and just work our way back to the door. So come up here, we'll have a look. So right up the front of the van, you can see we'll start right up here. We've got the queen size bed up the front. We were in two minds really, whether to go the fully enclosed caravan or have the fold out canvas queen bed at the front. So we went for the fold out more because it doesn't really make much of a difference to us whether we have the fold out or whether we have the fully enclosed. And unzipping the canvas and letting all that breeze flow through straight over the top here is absolutely awesome. So we actually like having that canvas fold out section in the front. Now move up a little bit further, and this van is actually a little bit unique in that it's a quad bunk, two bunks on either side of the van, and they are actually right next to our queen size bed. So that's actually really good to have the kids up next to us. Just gives us a bit more comfort really. Not that anything's ever gonna go wrong, but you know, when we're all sleeping in the caravan, we like having the kids close so that if they get up and they're scared in the middle of the night, they can just come straight over and just roll out of bed and wake us up. No, we're not planning on having any more kids. So anyone that's thinking that, get that out of your head right now. But having the extra bunk is just awesome, just for a little bit more space. At the moment, really, we're sort of only using one top bunk and then the two bottom bunks. And then the top bunk, the spare top bunk is just being used. It's just another big storage place when we're parked up somewhere. We can just put stuff up here. It's easy to get to and you can always see it. So really good. As well as the storage area that we're using as the top bunk, you've also got big storage containers down underneath both of the bunks. So you've got two storage containers on either side. Now these things are actually a lot bigger and a lot deeper than you might realize. We carry little suitcases for the kids. I think they're just from Kmart. They're just the hard shelled zip up suitcases. These things actually fit two of those suitcases in each one of these storage lockers. So we can actually fit all of the kids' clothes and everything they're going to bring on one side of the van, which makes life absolutely awesome. And the storage that you get underneath these beds is really, really good. And it works really, really well. Right, also I forgot to mention, we've actually got plenty of storage up the front here over the queen bed. So you can see we've actually got blankets and doonas and things all packed in here at the moment. Big sleeping bag up there for the kids. But this is all cupboard storage, so that door actually runs all the way through to this open cavity over here. Exactly the same on the other side. So we've got some bits and pieces in there at the moment. Runs all the way through to the cavity over there. And then we've also got under cupboard storage as well. So that runs obviously all the way down to the end, and the same with that one, runs down to the end as well. So loads of storage. Right, we'll move up into, we'll start with the kitchen. So the kitchen's over here. It's a really, really basic and simple kitchen. It doesn't have a lot of the stuff that some of the bigger vans do. Probably noticed straight away, no grill, no oven. We've just got sink and the stove. So 3-burner gas stove, no electric option, which is actually kind of a good thing. We tend not to use the electric burner ever. We hardly used it in our old Jayco camper trailer. And the only time that we ever did use it is if we were on a powered site and we ran out of gas, which I think only happened once in the 4 or 5 years that we owned that camper. So, all right, so you can see we've also got a pretty good sized fridge. Off the top of my head, I think this one is the 185 litre Thetford 3-way fridge. We did actually have the option of going full compressor fridge or 3-way, and we went with the 3-way because we haven't had any problems with the 3-way fridge before. All the 3-way fridges we've ever used have been absolutely awesome. They get down ice cold. You can use them on 240. They run while you're driving your car and they run off the gas. So far, so good. We haven't had any problems with the Thetford, but yeah, I don't know, watch this space. With a couple of the upgrades we're doing, we might consider going to just a compressor fridge, but for now this thing's going absolutely awesome and you can fit loads in here. Right, well, I'll swing you around to this side. This is sort of, damn, I just kicked my foot. This is the dining room, I guess you'd call it. I'll open this table right up so you can see that. But see, the table actually folds down. I'm not really sure why that does that. I think it's just to make it a bit easier to walk through. Anyway, this is the dining room. So seats are absolutely awesome. They're so bloody comfortable. I've actually fallen asleep on this thing a couple of times. If you wanted to fit any more than that, sort of 5 people, I think is its absolute. 5 people is very cozy, put it that way. I've got usually one of the kids sitting next to me, another kid, and then Kim down the end. But we can all sit down and have a meal at the table together, which is really good. All right, now one of the biggest questions that I've been asked so far about the van is, does it have a bathroom? And yes, it does. We have a full bathroom. We've got vanity here, got separate toilet and shower in this side here. We'll walk through that. Heaps of storage as well. We've got the overhead storage up here, bits and pieces up there. Got overhead storage that side with bugger all in there at the moment. And then we've got 2 little benches underneath the countertop on that side, and a drawer under the vanity sink, and then cupboards underneath as well. So heaps of storage in the bathroom, which honestly has been unreal, just to be able to keep all of the bathroom stuff out of sight, out of mind. And the kids can't make a mess. That's the overhead storage I've absolutely loved, because if you don't want kids getting into stuff, especially things like toothpaste, having the overhead storage is awesome. Kids can't get to any of that stuff. They can only get to the drawer down the bottom if you want them to get to stuff. And that was a big thing for me, actually. I didn't think that we would need a bathroom or a toilet or a shower or anything like that in a van. I was more than happy just to run with the ensuite off the side of the ute. Honestly, those things are absolutely unreal, but when you're traveling as a family of 5, you don't understand the value of a bathroom with a toilet and shower, especially if you're traveling as a family of 5 with 3 little girls. It's an absolute must-have. In my opinion, it's absolutely awesome. Yeah, so when it comes to the bathroom, I'll just spin you around so you can have a bit of a look. But the shower is actually, I've actually got some stuff in there at the moment, but the shower is pretty bloody big. It's actually big enough for me to comfortably stand in there and have a shower. And I'm not the smallest bloke around. I'm 110 kilos and I'm 6'2", or just short of 6'2", so plenty of headroom in there, enough for me. The only thing that I will say I've got to change out is the bloody shower head keeps falling off. Whenever we're traveling anywhere, this shower head is always just popping out of its holder, and whenever we get to where we're going, it's just down there on the floor somewhere. So if you've got any ideas for how to keep that thing in place, leave them in the comments, because I've got no idea how to keep it there at the moment. So yeah, you guys can see that that's heaps of room in that shower. And then bathroom's just a Thetford chemical toilet, nothing fancy, fully flushable, runs straight off the pump water in the tanks, so really easy to use. And then just around here, we've just gone to Bunnings and got one of these sort of broom mop holders to stick our little broom in the corner of the bathroom. So that just, I'll just show you, that just sort of clips into there and then pushes in, locks in place. The 2 little rubber holders just hold it there. So that thing is actually unreal, having somewhere to actually put a little broom like that. In our old Jayco camper trailer, we actually had it mounted down nearly on the just above the floor, and when you're walking and you kick it in the middle of the night, there is nothing worse, because not only do you hurt your foot, it just pops out and lands on the floor and makes a hell of a racket. So having it in the corner of the bathroom is absolutely awesome. Now, I did say that I was going to talk about a few mods that I want to do to the van. So first things first, I'll mention this because I know everyone's going to be wanting to know. The electrical system. So we have done absolutely nothing to the electrical system. It's the stock standard one that comes in the new age Gecko. So nothing, as far as I can tell, from brand new, this has not been changed at all. So it comes with the BM Pro Battery Plus 35, and this is sort of this was the base model of the BM Pro C-Tech, Battery Plus, whatever you want to call them. BM Pro used to be C-Tech, and this is sort of their base model battery management system. Now, these things were set up to run with AGM and lead acid batteries, and that's exactly what this van's got in it. It's still just got the bog stock 100 amp hour AGM battery. That's obviously going to change. Going off grid, you need a lot more power than a single 100 amp hour battery is going to be able to give you, especially with a family of 5. It's just not enough power. So what I'm thinking, and I'd love for you guys to leave in the comments what you reckon I should do power wise, but what I'm thinking is I'm going to do a budget lithium build, but I also want to run the 240. So there's going to have to be an inverter in there somewhere as well. So it's going to be a fairly big lithium system, fairly big charging capability, and a fairly decent inverter system to be able to run everything in the van that I want to run. So leave it in the comments what you guys suggest, because I'd be really, really keen to hear what you think. Obviously try to keep the cost down as well. I don't want to go out and spend $10,000 on a battery system, because that's just ridiculous. But yeah, let me know what you reckon in the comments, because I'd be really keen to hear what you guys think. Now, like most caravans, this one's got the stereo system as well built into it. So pretty easy, it's just the Clarion stereo, and then all Bluetooth, USB, all the bits and bobs. So when it comes to the speakers, we've got a speaker here straight above us, straight above the kitchen. Got another one just above us in the bedroom, and then there's two outside the van on the offside as well, so on the door side, and that actually works really well. The Bluetooth connection's really easy. The USB makes it super easy to hook up as well. You charge your phone at the same time as you're listening to music. That's pretty much like every van that's out there. You always have that option to have a stereo. It's one of those things where if it's included, you might as well have it, because, you know, who doesn't like listening to music, especially when you're sitting there camping somewhere. Now, this one I'm really in two minds about. I really don't know whether this is going to be worth it, but where we live, we get temperatures of up to sort of 40, 43, 44, mid 40s to high, oh, not high 40s, but around the mid 40s in the summer. And it gets bloody hot. So this summer, I think we hit 43, 44 degrees for about a week straight. And it was just too bloody hot to be in the caravan. Obviously, we've got the little portable Coolzy, and that does a pretty good job for what you want it to do, but it will not cool down the whole caravan. And that being said, it's not designed to cool down a whole caravan. So what I'm thinking is putting in the air conditioner that was probably supposed to be in this thing from stock standard. As far as I know, because if I swing you around here, I'll show you up here. There's actually a connection in there for aircon, for an AC. There's an isolation switch there that actually had tape over it when we bought the van, and it's obviously fallen off. So this van has been wired for an aircon, and I'm really in two minds of whether to put one in. I know that cable goes back up to the roof, and cables are in the roof ready for an aircon hookup, which means it's also got the frame in there, so I don't have to, you know, reinforce any of the roof. But yeah, let me know what you guys reckon, because I've never had an aircon in a caravan apart from the little portable jobby. And yeah, I've heard some people reckon that they're not worth it. I've heard people say they're the bee's knees and they wouldn't go anywhere without it. And bear in mind, this is not going to be used for heating. We're not going to use an aircon for heating. We will eventually have another heating solution. Just the aircon to keep this thing cool. Let me know what you reckon. Righto, so you probably remember as well from a couple of videos ago, we put it out there that we were going to give away a 360 watt Sea & Hema solar blanket, the exact same one that I run on my ute. And it was interesting trying to run a raffle for the first time. That was a complete learning curve. But anyway, we got to the bottom of it, and I'll chuck it on screen now so you can see. But Peter Reeve, congratulations, mate. You've won it. I'll get in contact with you tonight, and we'll tee up how to get this thing over to you. I'll get it all shipped over to you, and you'll be walking away with a brand new 360 watt solar blanket. So congratulations, mate. Thank you so much for watching. And guys, I want to make these raffles a bit more of a regular occurrence, whether that's from products of my own, so you know, like merch packs, the hats, the stickers, the stubby holders, that sort of stuff. So stay tuned for that, because that's going to be awesome. But anyway, guys, that's the first look at the new van. I hope you guys have got something out of this one. I hope you've got some ideas, and I hope you follow along for the build series and drop some comments, give us your input, let us know what you think we should do in this van. There's a lot of stuff that we want to do to it, and a lot of places we want to go. So thank you guys for watching. I appreciate every single one of you. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video when we run around the exterior. Get out and about, and I'll see you in the next one.